didn't know these things were. I didn't even know I had one of these. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wonder what I could do with it. Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? That's great. But, so, first vlog. Pretty cool. A few things I wanted to talk about. PlanetSide 2, that series just started. If you were notified by it, probably like 100 times, there's a story behind it, and it just was weird. YouTube was being YouTube, as we all know, which was pretty much a dick. They don't mean it. It's just what happens. It was just a quality error. I didn't want to put up anything that was really terrible quality, so I kept testing it, and then trying to put it back down, and it just wasn't working. And so sorry about that. Hopefully that won't happen again. I'm gonna hope that doesn't happen again. And let's just talk for a second about where we want to be. So a couple weeks ago, more like 3 weeks ago at this point, I had that whole series, AFF, the first single player series on the channel, completed after the Garry's Mod stuff, which, if you guys want to see it, we can bring it back. I plan on bringing it back unless there's a strong negative reaction, which I don't think there is, but I could. I'll make sure to adjust the audio this time. I know that was an issue. I didn't really see that at first, but there's really nothing I could do, and we had done so much recording at that point that I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing. We had just so many good things happen during that. Yeah, some other things. AFF. Going back to that, I know that got a pretty good growth point when that went up. So I'll leave that to you guys whether or not we want to continue doing AFF, because I know there's a couple maps I didn't do. I know there was a few guns that I hadn't tried. I definitely did both factions, or at least I'm pretty sure I did. I could be wrong about that. But if you guys really liked it, I didn't do mechs. I do know that much. My bad. If you guys really want to see the mechs, I'll totally put in the mechs. I know there's a new map that came out that makes it super easy to grab a mech. I don't plan on doing a multiplayer series on that. I know the multiplayer is a bit kind of glitchy at that point and not really familiar with it. So maybe down the road a bit, once it's more refined of a game. At this point, I don't think we need to do multiplayer. I think we got had a good run with the single player. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, I'll totally bring it back. PlanetSide. So PlanetSide went up today for the first time, and once we got past the issues, everything was fine. I believe that was the first video that went up that was 60 frames, so hopefully that came out okay. I know there's a few times where I had a few parts where it kind of went to like 50, maybe 40 frames, but I don't think it was terrible. If it was, and you guys don't enjoy that, I'll tone it down to 30 frames, but I think it looks better even with the higher frames on it. I plan on doing more with that. Hopefully it'll get a good reception from the audience, you guys. Don't really want to put out anything that's terrible, but I mean, I'm only working with what I've got right now. I'm not even joking. I don't know, maybe some of you know this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't know this, but I'm not even using a professional editing software. I am using, in fact, Windows Movie Maker. That's just for vlogs like I'm doing now and editing. I'm using OBS as a recording software. That's one. And I'm also using the NVIDIA thing, which seems to work pretty well. I don't have an issue with it. The only problem is it works with certain games. I only get it to work with certain games. I'm trying to see if I can't get it to work with other games. If it's not the case, then I'll do some more research into it and see if I can't get anything else that works for it. What else? So yeah, there was a large gap between AFF and PS2. It's just the way things go. I don't want to do it per se, to leave this huge gap. But I will say, do expect it. It may happen, but I will not permanently just stop where I am now. In fact, I do plan on doing this for however long. I don't know. I haven't really planned far enough to the point where I stop doing it. But in that case, as a current college student, semester is almost over, which does leave the summer, which means I probably won't be nearly as busy, and I plan to do more in the summer, in fact, actually. So we get that going. Hopefully I'll get some more series out there in the future, and hopefully we can expand from where we are now. I know there's only just a few handful of people watching it. It's okay. I don't expect huge audience. But let's definitely try and get more people. I'll definitely try to make better. I'll try to get better and better with it. I mean, I am just starting out, and it's not my only thing that I am doing. It's not my sole responsibility at this point, like other YouTubers. But I definitely want to get it to a point where I definitely want to feel like it is more of a priority, so that I can make it better. I can do more with it. I would really like to, and I can get more people on, different kinds of people, different kinds of gamers. I mean, I do want to try and do all sorts of games: FPS, fantasy, MMO, RPG, sandbox, adventure, anything. And unfortunately, there's only so much I have at this point, but I will definitely keep things going. Other things to I do have another single-player series after PlanetSide 2 and maybe some future AFF videos. I do have a future single-player series in the pipeline. I'm going to wait a little bit on it just to see how things develop. It's not a full game yet, but we'll see how it goes. I'll leave you in suspense with that. What else? Nexus and I know we did some Gary's Mod for multiplayer. We definitely want to do that more. I know that we're going to do that more. We plan on doing a multiplayer series on another game. Right now we're having some issues with it. I don't want to really just go out and say it. Again, I'll leave you in suspense because I'm a dick. I'm sorry. You can call me out on that. But yeah, once we can get some of these software issues fixed. There's a few things that aren't working with it right now. I don't know why. It just seems to be like, oh, you want to play this game? Well, we're just gonna have a few things where you can't even see the game because it's all dark and scary because everything's just black. It's just black screen. It's a mess. And I do want to have input from the viewers as well. Stuff that you guys want to see. I will invest the power that I have in me to try and do that. Don't expect everything to be immediate if that's going to be a thing. Just remember, I only can do so much at once with how much is going on. Other things. So, tell me if you have any criticism, any advice on anything you want to see done better. I'll be happy to see it. Read your comments or anything. But you don't have to, just, be mature about it. I'm definitely new at this. I'm okay with taking that kind of constructive criticism. So, just let me know. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Very, number uno, the first blog to go out. So that's pretty cool. It's a landmark thing, Nothing crazier than the first one, I guess. I say that, but just wait. Who knows what will happen? But yeah, I just felt like those are a couple things we could address, and I'll continue to do what I can, video-wise, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy recording it, because I don't know, I enjoy it. So for those who subscribed, thank you. I mean, that's basically your compliment. It's a nice compliment, and I definitely appreciate that compliment. And I hope not to let you guys down with that, if that's any sort of solace. So, yeah. So, if you know anybody who might enjoy this kind of thing, bring them on over, let them see the video, see what they think. But yeah, definitely try and see if we can't get more people in on the fun action adventure that is Velozo, and sometimes Nexus, and possibly others. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Not whatever, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that's about all I need to say. So I'll see you guys later.
Are you in there? How did you get in there? Oh, you must be one tiny fella. I didn't know how you did it, but I didn't know how to get you out. Come